It's like, screw them.
Okay, see,
I want
that
to
right
write how I'm
there,
going to
Nick.
write, because if they don't understand the word, that's on them.
That right there is where you start to fall away from logic, because the reality
that's leaning into logic.
okay, well, you just got through saying over half didn't know what the word meant. If
Whenever
you
we just ask
let
people
me
what
finish talking. Okay, shut up. In other words, if you approach people on the street, over half don't know what it is. That's like, you mean 45% do? Because that's about right. It's about right. We've
Okay.
talked.
All right. So
Okay,
if you,
and they're not getting any context. And
Okay.
I can't use every word to please everybody, man. If you're gonna describe the bad guy, Bill
Heyman.
Bill Heyman, yeah. As a scurrilous person, I think people are gonna be like, oh, I know what scurrilous means now.
what would be another word to use other than scurrilous that would explain him the same way that everybody knows?
There's dozens of them.
Throw one out. You're the smart one. Throw one out.
Clever, conniving.
Conniving. People know conniving. People relate to conniving because they know a lot of conniving people. You could even call them a narcissist. That's a buzzword these days.
Okay, but you also have to understand, was conniving already used in that paragraph?
No.
'Cause you don't want to do it. Well, I'm giving you an example.
I know
Nick.
you're giving me an example, but the example is flawed because
You don't want to say the man was conniving and he connived his way into the house and the wife
That's not what you
connivingly got her
said.
knife. You don't want to do that.
But but I'm saying you still could have used conniving because it wasn't used earlier or after. So you could have used a simpler word.
You see,
that-
this
that
is what
would
gives me a
have
headache right
marketed
here.
to a wider market. Like it would have appeased a wider market. That's all I was
I
saying.
think all this
I'm not
really
saying
goes
your
back to-
word wasn't well used.
I think what this goes back to is you're just bitter. That's all. That's what this comes down to.
You're just bitter. You're just bitter, Nick, because you didn't know the
Let's
words.
Let's
Okay.
get past scurrilous.
Hang on, because I want to tell you a story about scurrilous. I was actually in a TikTok hole the other day.
Scurrilous?
No, I was in a TikTok hole the other day, and I saw the great Mike Johnson come up on the screen.
Yeah.
You know, what's his position?
Department of
No. Mike Johnson is the House of Representatives.
House Representative.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no, what's the
I
guy?
don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend
President,
like I do.
Vice
but-
President, and then Speaker of the House.
Speaker of
That's
the
what
House. Okay.
his position is.
And he's great too, man.
And he was having this press conference, and they were asking him questions, and the way he described the Democratic representatives, he said their behavior was very scurrilous.
Thank you.
And I heard that.
Thank
and I was
you,
like,
Mike Johnson.
We're going to talk about this.